I have an incredible imagination. I can think of the worst case scenario, the doom and gloom activities of every single day, the most self deprecating thoughts, and the most catastrophic events to hit planet Earth. Meditation has been such a gift in my life to allow these thoughts to become less common and improve my mental health. Knowing the how and the why of meditation has been probably the biggest secret for me to allow my analytical mind to quiet down so I can deeply relax into the meditation and reap all of the benefits to improve my mental health. So, what is mental health? Mental health is a combination of our genetic nature and the nurturing from our environments. Our motivation for thoughts, intentions, feelings, behaviors all comes from how our mental health is shaped. And meditation can absolutely help you improve on your mental health when we understand what's going on in the brain and how we can attend to it. Attending to the brain, we can actively change the firing and wiring of the stimuli that are coming into these neurons, telling them to send out these different signals and causing us to respond a certain way in our life. And the area that is most important right now that we're going to talk about is the anterior cingulate cortex. It's the area of the brain that is densely connected to our limbic system. Our limbic system is our emotional brain. We'll come back to that in a minute. So the anterior cingulate cortex is in control of our motivation, our controlling of our behaviors, turning our intentions into actions and making decisions. And like I just said, it's deeply connected to our limbic system, our emotional system. So it gives us mental cues of emotions that are arising. It allows us to feel emotions that we're going through right now. And by meditating, we can strengthen this area of our brain. It's not fully developed in humans until we're like 3 to 6. And that's why little kids can just lash out or lose control easily, or someone who has a lesion in that part of the brain or dealing with some kind of degenerative neurological disorder. You notice they just like randomly say things or walk outside completely naked and don't give a hoot of who sees them. That is because there's something going on in the area of the brain and it's not firing properly to say like, hey, maybe you should think about doing something differently this time, or think before you speak instead of just lashing out. We can strengthen this area of the brain through meditation. Through meditation, we're able to strengthen the firing and wiring of these nuclei that are responding to this internal and external stimulus, causing you to respond to your environment. And by responding to our environment through a meditative space, we're able to bring in a warmth and an emotional intelligence to our logical thinking on our day-to-day life. The more we practice meditation, the more this becomes the normal pathway. It's like if you have a dirt road and that dirt road is never walked down. It's going to be a little harder to walk down that road at first, and you're going to go down the easier paved road path. And maybe your easier paved road in your brain right now is that negative doom and gloom and just like blurting things out irrationally. Now, the more that we work through this dirt path, it becomes smoothed out and it becomes easier to walk this path. So the more we meditate, the more we're able to walk down this path and have these clearer thoughts more often than not. And if we start to drift off into these more negative thoughts that we used to have, it's easier to bring ourselves back. That's why meditating every single day, or as often as you possibly can, is so helpful. It's something that over time gets easier and easier and easier to drop into that more positive mindset. And you're able to catch yourself when you go down that dark road and bring yourself back. And soon that road is no longer paved, and it's actually harder to go down that road. And you're more likely to go down this mental health path of health and happiness. And I promise you, the more you meditate and the more you start to sink into this place, you're going to see that the world inside of you and that the world around you begins to change. So, do you have a meditation practice? Do you have questions about a meditation practice? Do you want to learn more about the brain? Drop some comments below and let me know what you'd like to hear more of and how I can help you build your meditation practice so that your mental health is on the path to happiness and more positivity so that you can be the most productive, happiest self that you are capable of.